Hi, I'm Juliana Martinez from BSIT 21. Today we're going to talk about data formats. But before that, let's have a short recap about data formats, JSON, and XML. Data formats refers to the structure and organization of data for storage, transmission, or presentation. They define the syntax and semantics for representing data elements, including their attributes, relationships, and constraints. Common data formats include JSON and XML. Choosing the appropriate data format depends on factors such as the complexity of the data, interoperability requirements, and ease of parsing and processing by software systems. JSON is a lightweight data interchange format that is easy for humans to read and write, and easy for machines to parse and generate. It is based on JavaScript syntax but is language independent, making it widely used for transmitting data between a server and a web application. JSON consists of key value pairs enclosed in curly braces, where keys are strings and values can be strings, numbers, arrays, objects, booleans, or null. XML is a markup language that defines a set of rules for encoding documents in a format that is both human readable and machine readable. It allows users to define their own customized tags to represent data elements, making it highly flexible and extensible. XML documents consist of nested elements enclosed in start and end tag, where elements can have attributes and contain text, other elements, or both. Now, in this scenario, despite the apparent contradiction between the data format being sent to JSON and the expected response format XML, the request is still processed by the server based on the provided headers. Here's how it happens. The client, which could be a web browser, a mobile app, or any other software interacting with the server, prepares an HTTP request. It includes a request body containing data formatted as JSON. Before sending the request, the client sets the content type header to application/JSON to inform the server that the request body contains JSON data. Additionally, it sets the accept header to application/JSON to indicate that it prefers to receive the response in JSON format. The client sends the HTTP request, including the specified headers and the JSON formatted data, to the server's endpoint. Upon receiving the request, the server parses the content type header to understand the format of the incoming data. Despite the mismatch between the expected response format and the content type header indicating JSON data, the server processes the request based on the provided headers. The server processes the request and generates a response. Since the accept header indicates a preference for the JSON format, the server attempts to respond with JSON formatted data. Here lies the potential issue. If the server strictly adheres to the client's accept header and responds with JSON data, it contradicts to the client's expectation of receiving XML data. This could lead to confusion or errors in interpreting the response on the client side. Now, this scenario represents a more coherent and straightforward interaction between the client and the server. Similar to the previous scenario, the client prepares an HTTP request with the JSON formatted data in the request body. The client sets the content type header to application/JSON to indicate the JSON format of the request body. Additionally, it sets the accept header to application/JSON to express a preference for receiving the response in JSON format. The client sends the HTTP request including the specified headers and JSON formatted data to the server. Upon receiving the request, the server parses the content type header to understand the format of the incoming data. In this scenario, the server detects that both the request and body and the desired response format are JSON. The server processes the request and generates a response formatted as JSON, aligning perfectly with the client's preference specified in the accept header. Since the server responds with JSON data, which matches the client's expectation, there is no match or confusion. The client can seamlessly handle the response data as it's consistent with its requirements. In summary, while both scenarios involve setting HTTP headers to communicate requirements and preferences between the client and the server, the coherence and consistency between the headers and the expected data formats are crucial for ensuring smooth and reliable communication in API interactions.